So the xTool F2 Ultra UV laser is the newest addition to the shop, and I'm on a quest to figure out all the materials that it can engrave on. Now I've seen videos where somebody flashes through all the things that they have done. But what I want to do is go through, do material testing, and do a final engraving on that material. So hopefully it helps the viewer out a little more, and it helps me learn this laser as we go. So we're going to jump into xTool Studio, set up the material test, figure out our settings, then we'll run some text, engrave it, see how that turns out. If it's good, then we'll go back into xTool Studio and save those settings as a custom material. We need to start with a base material so we can get some basic settings that we can work with. We're going to go up to Material Test. We know it's wood, so we're on wood. We're going to plywood. And we're going to pick the 1/4-inch basswood plywood. It's softer than the Lauan plywood, which is typically used as a subflooring underlayment. We're going to click Apply. Then we'll grab a shape. We'll just do a star this time. Set it to Engrave. And then you can see the settings that are recommended populated on the right. From there, we can leave it selected. We can go over to Applications and to Material Test Array. Now, once upon a time, prior to version 1.5.8 of xTool Studio, you could hit this drop down and pick your material from here, but you can't do that anymore. So we're going to use these as a base, and I've been using them as the max, so that's what I'll do. And then we can adjust more if we need to. And then we'll just leave 10 and 10. And then we have our columns and rows and the spacing, and that's fine. So we're going to click Done. And before we run this, we want to go back and change this to a unknown material, because if not, you risk making some adjustments to that base material, which could cause you a problem later. All right, so we're going to size this up. Just set it here somewhere. Do a quick frame. That looks pretty good. Now, once you click away, you can see the individual blocks here. I don't know if you can make adjustments to them or not, but there they are. So we're just going to hit process on this, let it run, and then we'll pick our favorite settings. All right, let's do it. All right, so you can see that I'm sure it's the speed of 10 that got it. And it burnt all the way through, and now I have a permanent mark on my laser bed. So should have known better, but I didn't. So we're gonna make some adjustments and do this again. Okay, so I made a mess out of that. We're gonna go back and adjust this. Hopefully. And it won't let us do it that way. We're gonna start over. Get us another star. Set it to Engrave. And then we'll do this again. All right, so we're going to make the power, I'm just going to go 65 this time. with a minimum of 10 is fine. The max speed we'll make about 400, and the minimum speed we'll make 100 and see what we get out of that. It's a little safer. I don't have the fire kit for this laser. And I understand typically there are no flames or fire or burnt edges or anything like that, but I was able to do that. But this is why we do the testing. So, all right, let's try it again. I've moved it. Let me get a new image so I can miss that burnt area. That should do it. This is why we do the testing, folks. And I do have my exhaust running, so no danger of smoke inhalation. All right, let's run this, see what we get. Okay, much better that time. So I will take a closer look at this and see which one we want to go with, and then we'll set up some text and put it on the other side. I like a speed of 100 and a power of 65, so that's what we're going to go with. So I've got my piece flipped over, and we're going to put, we'll just write something on it. Get rid of this test. I don't know why that looks crooked. There we go. All right, we'll just grab some text and write something out. We just go with that. Set it to Engrave. And put it off to the side somewhere so I can miss that burnt hole. So like I said, this is why we test. And it's also why you don't leave your laser unattended. It can be really dangerous. All right, so the settings we're going with is a power of 65 and a speed of 100. And we'll leave the lines per centimeter at 300. And we'll run that and see what we get. Okay, well that turned out pretty good. So we'll go save these settings as custom for now. And of course they can be tweaked further, but it gives us a pretty good start. It's a little deep, but that's okay. I'll set this one as a deep engraving for Lauan. and then do some more testing and get one that's more of a surface engrave. The importance here is once you figure out the settings you want, you save them so you don't have to keep setting stuff on fire. So select your text, go over to user define, click save settings. You can add a photo here if you like. Maybe, there we go. Confirm. Then you can name your material. Whatever that will help you remember. And then if you're using xTool Studio for several lasers like I am, just note which laser it is. It'll help keep you straight. Well, we know this one's flammable, so we can add material characteristics. It's for sure flammable. Down here you can put the settings. I usually just put custom. Then you can click submit. You can see up top our material has changed. You can click on that. Under my materials, all of your materials will be here. Select it. If you want to get rid of it, click here on material management. You can click it and then delete it if you like. If you want to just edit, select it, go over here, edit, and you can make some adjustments to it and then resubmit it, and you're good. All right, well, here's the finished piece, and it don't look too bad. I realize it's not perfect. I've got some work to do, but this will give me some settings to start with. It'll give you some settings to start with, and if you got a buddy struggling, you can share the video with them and help them out too. So if you have questions, let me know. I'm glad to answer them. At least I'll do my best to. And just check back for new videos, because there'll be more on the xTool F2 Ultra UV as well as the other lasers in the shop. So I appreciate you watching. I know there's a lot of other stuff you could be watching. Just take care, and we'll see y'all next time. Thank you.